Hey everyone, Koi Maizu here, and welcome back to the Road Warden. I did say I was bringing back all the old games that I never managed to complete, and this is one of them. As you can imagine, I never beat this game. It's not almost, I believe it's a year old on the channel now, and I just never got around coming back to beat it because I lost footage on it and I lost my save, and there was just a lot of stuff that happened that just made me never want to come back. But I really miss this game because it was unique. If you remember, I just had to get back to where I was a little bit, so I just played for only about 15 minutes actually. But yeah, I just went through the cabin I went through, or little huts I went through last time, and grabbed the box and set up my character. And now we're at the end, and this is where we left off. So yeah, I think this is where we last left off. We might have did this basic dialogue. This is just for distance. Here's our voice. Saddle. But yeah, and there's also these things. You have to see the first episode, that way you get a more deeper explanation of the game. But I mean, I'm really new to the game too. All I know about is this system, my basic stats. But I don't have any idea how does combat work, because I never got into that. So that's gonna be interesting. But yeah, I'm glad we can come back to this game. So let's just get in it. So I have to do voices again. Where's my water? You have your horse imitate the silly walk from the day that you followed your first long journey, when your whole shell was crying. Illustrate the pain as you move your hand from your back to hips, then thighs. And return the guards tell you about that time when they had to carry their friend with bitten off legs for 3 days straight. Wow. Wait, I'm sorry. 3 days you carried them off with bitten off legs? I mean, I guess if you cauterized it immediately, I guess that'll work. Meanwhile, the other guards open the gate. You may be in a good mood, the woman in yellow jacket smiles. Oh, I have to do the voice. But don't get so noisy when you talk to our boss. I don't know. She says she have a Hovlavan accent. That doesn't exist. Don't know how that sounds. The man never smiles. He has the world's suffering sculpted on his face. Which leads you under the roof, which your palfrey can rest, tethered with a cord to a wooden post near some old hay. Once you're ready, go inside. Speak with our boss. Maybe you're hungry. The other guards take care of various chores. They peek at your mat every now and then as they're splitting firewood, cleaning their clothes, weeding the garden patches, and moving chairs. 2 of them are making a rope. You head towards the inn, hearing the piercing scream of a boar from the other side of the yard. Only some of the windows are open, revealing the dust dancing in the sunbeams. The air is a bit stuffy. A muscular man is sweeping the floor near the stairs. After he glances at you, he leans the broom against the wall, heads behind the counter. You're lucky to show up. His voice is deep and soft. With a city-like accent, he observes you with keen attention, yet avoids your eyes. I have a keg of decent ale, wormwood, bog myrtle, juniper berries, castfoot. He fills a mug carefully and puts it on the countertop. He's going to spill soon. Today, maybe. We don't drink here before they even. Sorry. Hate to the good stuff going to waste. His skin is dark, almost purple, rare even among the southern tribes. His hair is naturally bluish. His clothes are quite fancy for manual labor. The elegant tunic wouldn't stand out in the city square. The planks slide out a creak after every step you make. They slow down a bit. You swear the innkeeper made little to no noise. Here you go. He pushes the mug forward. But just so you know, my pelt of the north doesn't belong to Hovlavan. You can sleep on the floor if you wish so. But if you want a bed or a meal, you have to pay. We may have some leftovers from dinner, but I need to check. Okay, It said he likes simple, straight to the point people. Don't disrespect or play around. So we'll just be distance. I'm mostly here long introduce myself. Let's go to another mug, this time with water. I guess there's no point in waiting for Lasterian. Then I'm glad to see someone taking his place. Even my crew here hits the roads only if they need to see the healers of Howler's Dell. And they're more than resourceful. The RoadWarden is always going to find work here in the north. Though, maybe not on the eastern road. Takes a mouthful of water and drinks it with a pleased sigh. There are no guests here at this time, or hardly ever. I can take a short break, for a brief moment. He meets your eyes. Straight to the point. I ignore the ale. Sure, go ahead. Maybe I should have took that, because that would have been nice to drink. But anyway, do you have any leftovers? Yes, I feed them to our boar. I won't give them away for nothing. Tells you to wait, then leaves the building for a few minutes and returns with a wooden bucket and a long stick ending with a hook. Go through the gate and turn left. You'll see a bunch of bushes. We need some berries. Bring me a bucket full. You'll be done in half an hour or so. Your horse could use a nap anyway, and I'll prepare something to fill you. The hook is not made of metal or wood. It's a long, curved claw, almost black. Tools have knots. My love bird. Tools are cold but not too heavy. You notice a pair of thick gloves at the bottom of the bucket. The berries are not a problem. The innkeeper smirks. Unlike the snakes, better scare them away with a stick, or move them with a hook and protect your hands. Little ones won't eat you, but don't get bitten. I'm sure you know how to be patient. Not yet. Yet for sale. New trader unlocked. Okay, I was just trying to read that. That's kind of explaining it, so I was like, I don't need to read all that. Arrows, a box of soap. Dang, that's expensive. 30? 17? I'll buy some food rations for myself now. The previous RoadWarden. How are you now? He goes to the table and invites you to sit down with him. I don't think I'm going to be of much help. Puts his elbow on the tabletop and grunts quietly to clear his throat. But I do want you to find him. So, when asked about his intentions, he measures his words. Asterion and I made a risky deal. Well, a very promising one. Last time he was here, he took 50 coins, my half of the investment. He knocks on the table with a fist anxiously. If you get my coin, or at least won't find out what happened. Or at least find out what happened to the guy. I'll make sure you won't be disappointed after bringing me the news. Asterion stole the coins and ran away. He looks at a window and starts to play with the shutter. I just think Asterion. Think of Asterion from Baldur's Gate. Asterion. I'm just gonna say Asteron. I know that's completely wrong, but my mind is gonna keep on thinking of Asterion from Baldur's Gate. Like I'm gonna keep mixing up with that, even though I never even did his full quest. So I'm gonna say Asteron. Asteron ain't that kind of soul that would do such a thing. For him, it wasn't much of a fortune. I'd risk saying he had earned my trust. Not only mine, you know. It's easy for a RoadWarden to make connections. He always had places to go, things to take care of. Rubs the table with his thumb as if trying to clean an invisible stain. I've asked travelers. I've sent a couple of my pals to find him. No real news. I know we stayed in White Marshes for a day and was meant to do something for the people there. It's a village in the northwest. Just stay on the main road until you reach the bogs, then enter them. You may get there before dusk. If no one's found anything, we may return to this whole investment thing. I'll think about it. Okay. Let's run through this dialogue and see if there's not east, because there's like kind of dangerous, so. And north, he doesn't even know what's on north. It's like a day on foot away. So I might go west. Like that probably isn't too bad. Let's see. So you know a thing or two after all. His lucky tongue is soon replaced by a gentle smile. It was built long before we arrived. It didn't work out well for the previous owners. Once the war ended, they left. Not enough travelers. Bad trade. The villagers stick to themselves. We, however, came prepared, and now are prospering. When I ask him how they can afford the supplies, he runs his finger through his dark hair. I'm not against running it in, but we don't rely on guests. We're the ones doing all the trading. My hunters are a clever bunch and stay safe in the forest. In exchange for furs, claws, and bones, we get what we need and more, both in the south and the north. He relaxes in his chair. We have a good life here. We spent a whole lot on armor, crossbows, lumber, spears. But another 10, maybe 20 years, we'll have enough savings to move to Hovlaven, and now work for another day of our lives. We take risks, but smartly. The team is stronger than ever, and I have big plans for us. Why are you black? I mean, there's a story, but not a good one. He clears his throat. For years, I wanted to have an inn called Pelt, but in my city, it would be in bad taste. Taverns and inns with a single word were cheap, had a nasty reputation. There was the Claw, and Mugger, Basilisk, and Blissful. They're the good places to use at least two words: empty barrel, rose and helmet, Emperor's smile. Pighead was the exception. It was a real dive. In my soul, it's still just a pelt. Pelts what we came here for and will make us reach our goals. Anyway. Anything done? I assume you mean a job for a RoadWarden. Tell you what. He looks you in the eyes. There are the brigands in the woods. Our place is a stronghold, so I'm not afraid of an open strike, but they've gotten more active in the last 2 years. One day they may steal our furs, and I have no doubt that the reason why merchants come here only once. Having bandits around gets expensive. Rub his hands together, camouflaging his paws. I want you to reach Howler's Dell, northwest from here. It's the largest settlement around. I'm sure you'll get there sooner or later. Ask Thias, the mayor, about Glossia, the bloodthirsty wolf of a woman. I've heard rumors about a raid in the north. If Glossia is ready to break the truce with locals, I'm willing to join forces with them to get rid of her band. Looks at a nearby Dragonbell. Not too difficult, right? Just do it when you have a chance. A couple of days won't make much of a difference. I'll pay you 2 coins when you get back with the news. Fine? 3. He nods with a smile. What else do you need? I guess he's giving me 3. Wow, I can ask about Pacific people? I didn't think that. Dragon. I don't know them. Fair enough. I don't know them here. I guess I should start picking berries for him. Yeah, like I could do that. But let me talk to people around here first. Let's go to the guards. Goodness, okay, hold on. The woman in yellow armor is kneeling next to a brown hairy boar, which is resting on its side. The beast is not as large as the dark one from the forest. It responds to the touch of the human's hand and brushed with grateful grunting and rapid twitches of a hind hoof. No matter how friendly it appears, it's still tethered to the well. You have no doubts that its charge will leave Alcura dead in a breath. That's my horse's name, by the way. When the woman notices you, she steps forward to the boar's disappointment. So, the new RoadWarden. She points at a window with her chin, before stalling the question. We don't need anything now. When we travel with our fuzz, we can use some assistance. She may be around 30, but her warm voice and bright smile are camouflaging a touch of time on her unpowdered face. Like many red-haired people with freckles, her skin is unhealthily pale. The boar runs up to her, observing your boots and fruitlessly sniffing for food beneath the beaten ground. She pats his back but maintains her focus. How about a game or two? We have a bit of time and we could talk about this and that. Maybe you'll get a couple of coins, or lose one, she winks. We can play dice or throw axes at a target. Do some dice. Alright, especially Dragonbone. You pull out our cheerfully welcome. 2 of the guards bring a table. I put a Dragonbone up? Dang, okay. 2 of the guards bring a table from the inn. Another one prepares a couple of stews and chairs. There are also spectators, and you're told that the other hunters are either sleeping or have duty on the tower. Remember, no magic, says one of the players. His face is deadly serious. This game is new to you, but in no way baffling. 4 people can play at once. The winning dice are long with only 4 dotted faces. Every time someone wins a round, they get a point, and the person with the most points at the end of the game wins all the coins. As you play, you don't feel like you have much control over the results. You share casual jokes, memories, and views on luck and optimal strategies. Alcura and Tulia's camp are also brought up. but when you ask about the roads or the locals, their stories are vague. The drinks are here. It's a poor beer made from leftovers after the regular brewing. It's cold, sweet, it doesn't reach your head, but you try to avoid the smell. Just don't spill anything. The boar may get sick, says your bald opponent. Just a few minutes, you get 2 points, which are now represented by smooth pebbles. You don't really know how you got them. Either you don't get the strategy or it's just pure luck. Knowledge! Oh, 3 coins, let's go. For the final round, you get ahead of everyone, and the spectators playfully comment on your moves. The winner takes all. 3 dragons are placed on the table, and you put them into your pouch quick. Oh, dragons are just like coins, I guess. Table and chairs are moved back into the building, and the garden yellow. Thanks for playing. Is there anything else you need? All right, played today, so I just sweet. How much money do I have? 7. That's not bad at all. Nice. Okay, I just patched that up. That's good for now. I'm not reading everything. There's a lot of, obviously this game's heavy dialogue, so I'm letting you know that now. That there's gonna be a lot of reading for the most part. Because that's, this is the appeal of the game. It's just not me reading absolutely everything, because I know that Like, it would take a lot of time for that. I want to make the episode like 3 hours, but I am definitely still seeing everything. Go to the well. Recently renovated. The well from the drink. It breaks. Got a cold drink. He drinks with a bucket. It tells you to use only as much water as is necessary. I can't bathe, so my clothes need no washing. People are hesitant to trust you. Your face is dirty. Dang. Okay. I'm just eating a bit because it said that I only have one. I'm feeling goodish. Nice. But yeah, can I wash my face at the well? I guess not. My face is dirty. Let's go out and forage some berries. Innkeeper knew what he was talking about. He put on the gloves and looked through the bushes from a safe distance. It doesn't take long before you notice the first serpent lying on a rock, somewhere in the thickets. Creatures are not that large, and even if some of them hiss at you or slither closer, the jabs of the hook keep them at a distance. You don't know much about these berries. They are round and reddish. You wouldn't trust such a color even if you were looking for food in the wilderness. The plants don't have thorns, but the leaves are harsh, so you make sure to thoroughly cover your skin with your clothes. You have to look through many bushes to fill the bucket, but the presence of insects and snakes doesn't allow you to relax. Knowledge! I noticed a shrub that's not like the others. One of the bushes in the back has more berries than the others. They're purple, and as you squeeze one of them, you recognize that these are marsh blues. In small amounts, they are added to pie, sauces, and beverages, known for their delicate sourness and sweetness. Unique, but not intrusive. Still, eating a cup of them would make one sick, if not poison. Or I'd see them in a meadow far away from a wetland. You use them in an alchemy table if you can find it. For now, you put a fistful into one of your jars. The other's still a bit greenish. Nice. And to the girls to stay in a friendly skirmish wrestling. I jumped that wrestling thing, but I'm not gonna do it. Yep, there's your fruits. Great. He peeks inside the bucket. Got cabbage stew with a few goose chunks for you. I serve it even to the merchants if they're any around. I should have not ate my food rations because I just got a meal. The meal is warm and filling. It's well seasoned and out of a cook. And like I've said, I really have food to spare. Feel free to ask if you ever stop by. Maybe looking. I've been cooking my whole life. Thanks. How'd that old hook of mine work out for you? You still have it in your hands. I lost it. Can I keep it if you wouldn't mind? Can't you make one for yourself? I see. It's a nice one, ain't it? My guards once had to get rid of a pebbler. Can't really eat them, but their claws and bones are durable enough, so you put them to good use. You only observe your face. A single coin will be fair. I flip him the coin. Takes it with a nod. Need anything else? Thanks, man. No. I'm quite good. I still have, my pockets are still packed with 5, so that's all I need. Yeah, I forgot we just have to travel. So we can keep going that way, or we can go ahead. That's the thing I went to. We just go ahead, let's just go. Well, I should have saved before, because I could die here. I have no idea how brutal this game is. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if this game is like super brutal or very forgiving. Close attention not only to their shadow trees, but also the tight rocky passages. You can't help but notice a few caves and fine ambush spots. Keep an eye out. Standing from the gate, you hear no voices, no tools of work, no steps. Dozens of birds live among the clouds' roofs. Their fluttering, singing, and squawking is free of worries. If you want to travel any further, you need to ride around the palisade. Searching the ruins may take a lot of time. The broken gates in the north will lead you to the village. The sound of gentle river reaches you from the east, where you see a saggy fence surrounding an overgrown pasture. Behind the burnt building in the east, you see an oddly barren field. Building near the field. The broken logs and planks are charred, while the wooden walls are rotten, covered in moss. You see no ashes or dust, proving that the fire happened long ago. The smell is awful, and there are no reasons to stay for long. You see no furniture, just some broken old shelves. It was a storage room. The valuable odds and ends were already taken by the scavengers. At the gate, the palisade is in good shape, and the entrance wasn't even touched by the fire. It was torn away, possibly thrown. The amount of force must have been huge, but you expect that it would push the gate into the village, not away from it. You don't see any marks of a dragon bite. A troll could toss such planks. After so many years, you see no paw prints. Mage, can't really tell. Let's go to the fields. Wait a minute, this is pasture. You'll find a single sign of livestock that lived here in the past. Any bones, horns, antlers, or dung have already been devoured by the wilderness. The pasture ends at the river. On the opposite bank, the meadow turns to a thick forest, impenetrable for a rider. What are the chances that a herd of defenseless animals could get there and survive? The breach in the southern fence was made by some brute force. You find axe cuts in the spots that were ultimately broken away. Over these years, there are no tracks you can follow. Main road then. The fields. It looks like a field plowed in late autumn, disturbed by the hundreds of rains and snowfalls. There's a few clumps of grass and wheat, but a place like this one had been for years. Should have already turned itself into a green leah. A barren field, maybe it was overused, but you would still expect the weeds to sprout. Curse? The path leading west from here ends at the edge of the field, shifting into a meadow, then a forest. In the north, you see a path leading around the palisade. Way to investigate. So, if you have a slight ache in your stomach, I'm not hungry. Buildings, some of which have collapsed, are made of wood, now charred and rotten. You spot claw marks on the walls, especially close to the doors and window frames. They could belong to a dragonling or a large wolf, larger than the gray ones, or a corpse eater. Too many options to make a guess. Find the remains of clothes, furniture, odds and ends. Only one object seems to be of use, a basket-like fish trap made of vines and willow branches. If a large fish swims into it, it won't be able to get on its own. Let's go! Am I just too full that my stomach hurts? Tracks of human footwear and many, many more ape prints cover the path formed around the palisade's breach. As far as you can tell, the freshest footprints lead to the village. The wooden stakes spread on the ground are rotten, covered in mushrooms, small flowers, insects, and worms. A good source of animal or goblin food, though you expect them to also hunt for the birds and eggs. The meadow in the west turns to a forest quickly. The grass in the north surrounded dozens of tree stumps are covered with moss and fungi. Going south, you reach a large field even though you don't see any crops. It's not go forest. Meadows large, colorful, usually out here with a rope, avoiding the potential disaster. The tree trunks look similar and have comparable size. They were most likely planted with the sole purpose of being cut down and used by the locals, though cutting so many trees at once no longer provoked the wrath of the herds. Such a process could be spread across a couple of seasons, and you can't be sure that was the case. Highly fair. Nothing too interesting in there. There you go. In every village, the main square is the fan. I should have done main square last because I should have seen all the places around. What is up? I'm sorry. I mean, I'm still reading all this, but I just catch this. What is wrong with my stomach? I'm fine. In every village, the main square is the fanciest area, meant to charm the travelers. Yet this is way more than you expected. The houses are as big as in Hovlaven, and the paved ground took a lot of work and materials. The walls, now charred and riddled with holes, are made of an expense-coated wattle. The tiles for the roofs have also been brought here from a different settlement. Beside the three smaller buildings, the rotting remains of their former splendor. The birds, living in dozens of nests, respond to your arrival with quite a commotion. You don't even find a single dragon bone, nor a tool or a piece of furniture left unbroken or unrotten. You're surrounded by bad smells, dirt and animal droppings, and garbage as well. The well also stinks. It has no bucket, but you'd be afraid to use it anyway. Who knows how many birds have relieved themselves inside, or how many old rats found their death while climbing up the walls. Suddenly you hear sounds coming from the large building. You stop to touch your axe. What's going on? You step cautiously towards the scent of urine and sweat. Flickering candlelight shows you broken furniture, yet no signs of burnt wood. You sit up pulling the other door when a masculine voice proves that your presence is not unnoticed. I didn't want it's come to this, but stay where ye are. Whatever you bit inside, be it a shoe, a hand, or you dang thinker, it'll get a bolt. Okay. She used this place to visit from all that there are. Even outlaws don't come here. He pauses and goes on before you respond. It may be you're telling the truth, so let's say this. My little ballista here is all pulled and ready, but you won't do anything stupid, right? No running, no jumping around. Show your hands. The man's voice lacks confidence and his accent is tricky for you. It really is. I'm trying to think how it could go. You can be from the distant south, but no, as long as you don't speak too quickly, you understand one another. You don't hear any other movements, breathing voices. You lean your axe against the doorframe, make sure that your knife is well hidden. Ooh, have a knife. The smell of urine hits you. Dang, man. Can we step outside if you don't mind? The smell of urine hits you with full force, while the tools and utensils are hard to distinguish from the rubbish. The route to the upper floor is blocked by the collapsed roof and loose wooden beams. There are scraps of rusting iron and steel on the ground, attached from now destroyed barrels. The scavenger is sitting on a blanket in front of the tent, pointing at the floor with his loaded crossbow. Not a short man, though, a bit skinny. He's tanned, dark-haired, has seen his share of struggles. There are long claw scars on his left cheek and another one that would divide his eyebrow in half. It hadn't been consumed by a fire, just like the rest of his forehead. Man, you're banged up. Clothes are untamed by vanity. He's barefoot in a dirty linen shirt with rolled-up sleeves and simple pants to use a cord for a belt. His long beard and hair are untrimmed and tangled. I'm just at the steps. Before you sit down, you hear that man's no voice. Now don't get too homey. It's the only place here that's not just ashes and debris. I'm not sharing it. You better ride ahead. I already piled up whatever hasn't rotten. Again, the lights are dancing on his burnt face and arms. He moves his crossbow just enough to make sure he won't shoot you by accident. I saw your horse. Maybe you could help me, hmm? What are you looking for in this place? You don't sound like you're from the north. Oh yeah, what caused the place to collapse? I am looking for someone too. That's more important. I have never met him. Well, surely heard his name many times. He vanished long before I got to the coast. First we were asking about him, now I think he's dead. Listen, he scratches his thighs nervously. I'm hungry. So dang hungry I can't hunt or fish with all the ape men around. Can you share anything, Roadster? Maybe a drifter, but I wouldn't beg if I had not lost my bags on the road. Yeah, there you go, my boy. I think water is the number one thing you need. Sorry, relieve breath. I may even boil it. At a moment of hesitation, she grabs a cracker. Without you, I would have to run after birds with my ballista. We'll need to save the bolts for the ape men, because those stinkers I can't roast here. And raw meat makes you want to puke. Thank you. After a couple of solid bites, he puts her gifts into 2 wooden bows. Now, Roadster, he says with a mouthful. If you have questions, ask. I'll say a lot to make you get me out of here. Have you searched the entire village? You came to the wrong place. Time, moisture, and the dang borers devoured all the loot. I've been here for a couple of days now, and all that's left is this iron I carried around here. I was planning to get back here with some hired muscle and clear the collapsed buildings. That was worth the time and risk. Just ask him what he wants. Quick. Why do you keep the goblins around? You got away. Got a trick or two to keep you safe. A little something that scares them away even without magic. I'll tell you what. His face smile turns to a wide grin. Let me out of here and I'm gonna share some of it with ye. One of those guys. Alright. Let's talk a bit before you just come with me. Any abandoned hideouts? Nah, I think they're in the north or east. Stuck to the western road and no shell bothered me. Sorry, can't help you. I'm just gonna put an image on the screen of exactly who this guy reminds me of. I just want to know, did anyone else have this image if you've heard of this game? I just want to know if you had that image in your head. Maybe you did. That's all I was thinking about when I was trying to do this guy's voice. You have any idea what happened here? Well, I won't guess, but I saw many ruins. There's no treasures and skeletons here, so this place means much dirt. Someone was barking too loud, so the beast broke through and made them quiet again. That's that. Talking about nature's fury brings bad luck, don't you know? Oh, he probably said, don't ye know, or something, No one dead around? No, I've seen none. People say it's been less than 10 years since the herds came here. I don't know if anyone bothered with raising the pioneers. If not, the dead are all roaming in the forest now. It may be that there is a walker somewhere under the debris, waiting to break through like a dragon in an egg. Look straight to you. You better not dig. Tell me about yourself, man. Stolen glance. Went forward. I've no legacy to keep alive in tales. I may tell you this, and after that you take me out of here. Those would be sick. Me too, in the guts and the thinker. It's easier with time if you're patient. Must be the air, the smell of death. Death and Aitman. Piss! He pats his stomach while laughing. What do you want, man? Let me explain first, aye? Okay, you give me the whole explanation. Oh god. Drink some water. I was in Howler's Den, closest village to the east and north. People there are nice, you know. Not like no pagos. They're all born and grimmer than a crow. They cry for coin for everything. Dang good coin. I left one to look around the ruins, see if there's anything left. Then moved to Pelts and hired the hunters to help me here. No luck. A bunch of griffs jumped my pack bird. I just bought it. He spits on the ground. Fast and nimble. Not brave enough to listen to me when all that screeching and scratching started. So I ran away with my bags. A few fell on the ground and I pulled them here. But you know how it is. I won't travel around with a tent on my back. Taps the crossbow with his fingers. I just need a day more. Maybe a day more, just a day. I have all the iron scrapped from the barrel so I can move forward. I can't take all my stuff alone. Without me around, the 8 men are going to break in and steal all my stuff. I need to stay here, but since you have a horse, come back to Naro and help me return to Howler's Den. How about it? I just know that the road is safe. Safe as it can be, I mean. I just need you to make sure there's no danger hiding on the road, from here to Howler's. Or rather, I know there is some danger, but as long as you can handle it, they get there and safely return, I'm sure we can handle some Roman monsters. He rubs his hands together. This ballista has hit more beast skulls than I have fingers. Never lost a finger, roaster. Only the toes. I mean, that's hard to walk, but hey, God still can do it, man. Maybe to prove it, he starts to count on his fingers. So see, if the road there is clear, then come here tomorrow. We'll pack my stuff on your horse and move out. Don't come when it's close to evening. We're going to need 3 hours on our feet. And I won't push through the night. Even sleeping next to an 8-man's tribe is safer. Don't make me wait too long. And wait for a couple of days. Find some food. If you don't come back, I'll have to risk it no matter what. Okay. I mean, there is a time limit in this game, I should say. Even at the start of the game, it tells you about the difficulty. I think it's no time limit, 40 days or 30 days of time to fill out your objective. And I'm guessing there's also timed events in the game as well. So as long as I clear the way for them and then we go and find some roamers around together, then we're good. Let's see. White House, if you want to go south, travel to out to the north. I mean, I see a point. I've never been there. They afford my iron? Do they have the means to pay for it? I need coins to find a handy bunch that will walk south with me. I need a new staff and bolts. Know the village, and it's a nice place. It has a smithy of sorts. Oh, okay, I just gave him a new place. That might help him. Well, it's a shorter path, I guess. Your spots get surrounded by corpses. If you're sure it's the best option, fine. I'll trust the roaster's judgment. I have ways to pay you, don't you worry. I can give you dragons. We'll have to sell the iron first. Wow, I guess, but it's like built. So I'll need a bit of time, you see. 5 for a short escort will be plenty, I'd say. But if you want, I'll give you a secret jar of mine. Very fine mixture to scare us 8-men away. Works on pebblers, too. You ask, as I'll sense a stench of urine is somehow related to this potion, he just winks and chuckles. No long pause when you get to Howler's, meet the mayor there for sure. Thighs, whatever you do. Don't ask where she got her coins from. She's rich, stupid rich. Don't ask how it's happened. Trust me. Sure, I got you, man. Thanks, Roaster. Just come here tomorrow, and I'll make it worth your time. Castor juice in your mouth. Let's back away from here. I'll make like a full loop. Well, actually, I'll make a full loop next time because I am kind of getting. I'm almost out of time here, so I'll just stop now. But yeah, I want to bring this game back. This game's coming back for sure. I love this game. You know, I do love doing voices for some characters. That was an awful kind of like country homeless crackhead accent, but it was what I was going for. I just could have had a better excuse on it. I'm trying, so you know, give me a small break. I'm doing my best. But yeah, I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna be coming back with all my old games on the channel because I want to complete stuff and introduce a lot of new stuff that I have because I'm working on big projects for you, I promise. So you know, just you have to wait and see. But yeah, hope you guys sincerely enjoyed this video. This was Koi Maizu, and I'll see you guys on the next one.